Hi, my name is Rosa Maria Kostic Cisneros, and I was the director for the Roma Recycle Reuse Reimagine project. And I'm an artist researcher that has been working with the Roma community for several decades now, and exploring how we can co-create material and work together to look at topics that might be quite controversial, that might be problematic, and also very relevant to the communities.
My name is Terezia in the Romanian way, and I'm from Romania.
My name is Yasmin and I live in Birmingham in King's Standing. I'm Slovakian, Czech and Roma interpreter and translator and transcriber, and I also work as a teaching assistant.
Hello, I am Alexandra. I am from Romania. I'm Roma and I'm living in Liverpool. I am a community project officer for Granby Toxteth Development Trust. I do a lot of projects with the community, educational projects. I work strategical in the same time with the city council, with the people that are interested to know my community. And I try to make the link between the services, public services, and the community.
Roma Recycle Reuse Reimagine is a project started with the intention to co-create a children's book that looks at climate justice and social justice, but through the eyes of the community members and through the eyes of children.
It's about teaching everyone, not just Roma community, but everyone else, how important it is to recycle.
It educated us a bit about how much and in which ways we should value our planet, our family, our lives. And it gave me the opportunity to work with the people that I love, my family, my kids and my community.
This project was like an open door for me because I was able to involve nationally with a partner and to do something nice and helpful for our community. I speak with the people I identify like 3-4 families that they were available to be part of this.
And so I wanted to create a book and workshop with families, primarily in the South Yorkshire region, but given the timing and lockdown of the COVID-19 pandemic, everything transferred online.
We were doing weekly outreach and the families were so grateful to us that we were able to provide some educational activities. We delivered quite loads of bags which contain some recycled items and then in the future we were able to use them in the workshops that we were delivering. Through the workshops that were created via Zoom, we decided to create a character. It came out from one of the sessions that a woman, Korkodusha, should be somehow an important character. And it came from this particular Roma woman was from Romania. She was talking about the Korkodusha trees.
It's a book about a girl that was looking after a park. The park was in the nature. It was all dirty. They cleaned it up. I was painting and then I was writing on the wall and then I waited for it to dry.
I will give the opportunity to the children to come with ideas, to draw, and sincerely I was surprised to see them to come with ideas to Korkodusha or to draw like Save the Park, and like they were ready. I think that they know some because when we started this I was thinking they don't know too much about this subject, but they were active.
It talks about a little Roma girl which just noticed a mess in a park and she wasn't happy about that, and she wanted to do something about that. She wanted to make a change.
During the COVID period, the first phase, Pidsmore Adventure Playground was a key partner with Care for Young People's Future. We were delivering bags with educational activities weekly for them. So Pidsmore Adventure Playground has set up a separate organisation called Scrap Dragon, where the businesses are donating recycled items to them and then we reuse them in an educational purpose. The reason why we collaborated with Pismore Adventure Playground was because they were helping us weekly. Probably we were delivering between 50 and 100 bags to the most vulnerable families in some of the most disadvantaged areas locally in Sheffield.
With the team, we decided we would find children's books that already existed that could then somehow be shared online.
My role was to translate those books and then audio record them into Romanes for Roma children to understand, and not just Roma children, but their parents and their families as well.
Because we were sending them materials, we were sending them craft bags before we had the online workshops. We put together materials with my daughters, then we sent them to in the post, and they received these, craft snail mail love in the post. Then they had the materials to workshop and to really create and think about these characters, and we organized 2 or 3 different workshops with each family online.
Our poster. So this is Johnny's superhero. His name is Robbie, and he likes using bags again and again and again so you can save the planet. And this is Lolo, and she helps the planet by recycling. And this is our dinosaur over here that was here a long time ago before the world got polluted.
Wonderful. That's lovely. Congratulations. That's really lovely. I love your sign.
We drew posters on, we had to write a poster to send to the Queen to take action on global warming and climate change.
Yeah, one thing that I've been able to take further from the project, and we kind of developed it and explored it with the teenagers, because I teach in secondary schools, we put it into practice, into our creative writing. We've been able to write a couple of brilliant ideas, and then it converted into stories.
What is important, like for the community, needs to be to have education on this subject, because a lot of people think that they have the knowledge about the recycling, but it's not true. When they come here, they don't know anything about this, and we need to show them. And this project was a good opportunity to give them some tools, like how is a book, and to read about this and to identify with the character.
After they wrote their letters and poems, they decided to send them to the, quote, people in power. And that's a direct phrase from one of the kids in the workshop that really wrote a letter to the Queen, and then he signed it Spider-Man. And he really wanted the Queen, the people in power, to know that he had something to say and that they needed to help him make that change. We have a really great team that could, when they were putting the book together, could really keep the essence of the work, of the material that was being produced. So we have a lovely kind of mix of honoring the graphic designer's kind of vision, but also the children and the family's message and energy of the book.
It is important to spread the knowledge and to teach communities about how important it is to recycle in order to save our environment, to save our earth and ourselves, because if we destroy our earth, we're going to destroy ourselves.
As she said, I think that the new generation and involve them, maybe will give them some care about it, and they'll help make an impact in the world in the future.
Every time I think that the best tool and engagement with the community are the children. The children are the voice of the community. Is about the next generation, and if we want to see changes in our community, We will see these changes by step. It's a change with the generation, and the children is our future.
Little things that we do, like picking up rubbish, can actually make a difference in the future, like teaching younger kids to actually protect our environment. Because children are, once we are gone, they take over from us, and if we don't teach them the dangers like climate change, they won't know how to approach it. So teaching them at the youngest age possible to get it implanted in their mind is best, so they actually care about taking action.
It's essential and it's crucial for our future, for their future, to be educated and to learn from an early age and to get into the habit of valuing the food, of valuing the clothes, of valuing everything what we've got around us. And in this way it will be an easier transition into adulthood. It will already be there, the habit into saving, into reusing, into recycling.
If we don't teach our children about anything about recycling, about the importance of it, they're not gonna know, and how they can know if they've never been taught that. So I think it's really important in order to save ourselves and save this earth.
My name is Stefan and I am almost 7. We should be recycling because it's very important to keep the nature clean in the world and even our gardens. If it's cardboard you can use it, but like if it's plastic too, but if it's like from food you just put it in the bin. Everyone should be recycling and reusing, because if we didn't, then because their nature is important for animals and trees. And at school, I was helping my head teacher in the field, and I've been picking the rubbish up and I put it in the rubbish bag with some of my friends.
After I'm finished wearing my clothes, we pack them in bags and donate them to people who actually need them. So one way we recycle as a family is we take clean containers, plastic containers, and we make arts and crafts. Like, for example, we make pencil holders, things to hold little like sellotapes and arts and crafts, and they really enjoy it.
So when I'm not using lights or the water, I turn them all off. At night I don't keep any lamps on or anything to save electricity, and so does everyone else in my family, as we all influence on each other.
So with the food that we don't eat, we can either put them in the compost for like plants or anything. Like when my grandma grows tomatoes, you could just use them for that.
Do you feel proud to be a young Roma boy? Yeah, why are you proud?
Because I know lots of things. There was a Roma Gitana Supergirl named Claudia. Her house name was Coco, and her friends and family sometimes called her Coco.
She was named after a fruit tree. Corcodusha loved walking and riding her bike. One day, Rosie, one day Corcodusha was on the bus with her grandmother. And guess who's her grandmother? Mama Olympia. Olympia.
I would like non-Roma people to know that the Roma people are capable, and they are able to get involved, and they are able to recycle, and they have the ability to do it. Yes, they might not be educated, but if they get the education about the importance of not just recycling but of everything else, they are capable to learn about that, and they are capable to follow it. There is a lot of misconception and misunderstanding of Roma community, unfortunately.
I would like them to know that we are not as bad as they think. We can actually be very kind, and just because they see us, they see people on the street, the way they look, that doesn't make everyone like them.
Most of the time Roma people tend to think of themselves as outsiders, so this restricts them from socializing with other people. and maybe they should give us some time to actually get to know other people, to be able to socialise comfortably around others.
I think Romas are naturally very good at dancing and singing, and just their cheerful personality makes them really lovable.
I believe that Roma people are passionate about their culture and family oriented.
Tradition is also very important to Roma people, for example, their clothing, the way they wear their long skirts and their jewellery.
We are the same and we learn the same, it's just that we didn't have the same privilege as others. And whether that is going to happen sooner or later, we are all, hopefully eventually, we are going to reach those stages where we are educated and to put away the stereotypes and have no assumptions and just to help each other.
I would like them to know that we are really happy and cheerful people, and we are really respectful, not like we seem on the outside, and you should give us a chance.
What they think about us or the stereotypes, they don't know about our history. We don't know about our history. A lot of our Roma we don't know. A lot of non-Roma, they don't understand why we are in a position to be discriminated, or they think that we don't want to engage. It's all the part of the history. I want the non-Roma to know about 500 years of slavery from Romania. I want the non-Roma to know that we are part of the Holocaust. This is why it's important for them to be aware about our past and to understand why we are in a position to not be equal with others. And they need sometimes to support us in this stage to be equal.
That we're generous people, that we are hardworking, that family is very important, that our ideas around freedom, around picking up and traveling, not all Roma people travel, number one, but that is a state of mind. That idea of freedom is a state of mind, and that whatever you have on you, on your back, is the most important thing, and that's enough. I think that's a central part of how we live our life.
And to educate as many people as possible about, the impact of their actions on the planet, what they're doing, and to spread this knowledge as far as possible. And I did talk to quite a few people about that, about recycling, and they were themselves really shocked and surprised of the damage what we're causing to this planet by not recycling or not reusing.
One of the hope is for us to be able to not make so much waste in the future, to be part of our development, like to be part of education from early ages. They will have a clean environment where they can live and they can enjoy a clean air and a nice space.
I want to see less poverty, which brings me again into the recycling bit, into the climate change, into equal chances, opportunities. I think I know very clear now, I've got a clear vision of the ways that we can contribute and of the ways that we can each play our part by being good to each other and by supporting each other or helping the ones that need without asking our help. So being ready to offer a hand and to make a change without being asked to do that.